Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this stylish gown with side gathers. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So here is my pattern paper. I used it in cutting this out. So I cut this on fold and I added ½ inch round it. So I cut out my lining. I'll go ahead to iron that later. So for my pattern, I also went ahead to, for the side pattern, I added ½ inch round. So for this pattern, I won't be adding a wording to it. I'm making it as an already made dress. So all I'm going to do right now is to go ahead to join my dress. So I'll be using ½ inch to join it, and I will repeat this at the other side and also do that for the lining piece. So here is my pattern. I've gone ahead to join it, and I also joined the lining and I went ahead to iron it out. So I'm just going to go ahead to use the lining to turn it. First I'm just going to go ahead to pin it down. So after I'm done pinning it, this is what I have. I'll just go ahead to stitch it with ½ inch all the way, and after stitching it I'm just going to turn it, notch it, and I'll turn it to the right side. So after I was done sewing, this is what I have. And next I'll be working on the back pattern. Remember to notch this part, that is where your yoke is going to start. So after that, remember also to add your sewing allowance. I added ½ inch all at the yoke part of my pattern, and at the lower part I added ½ inch at the upper part and at the lower part. So I'll go ahead to place my lining on the yoke part. So after I'm done placing it, I'm going to go ahead to stitch it, and I will leave the armhole side open and stitch the rest down. So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have, and you're going to use it to turn the front neckline. So I'm going to take it this way and I'm going to place the front neckline in between the back. That is taking the back neckline, open it up and place the front neckline at the middle, and then you're going to wrap it up and you'll be stitching with ½ inch at that part. So before that, I'm just going to go ahead to pin it down before I'll go over to the sewing machine to stitch with ½ inch. So after I'm done pinning, I'm going to be stitching with ½ inch. Then you notice I have ½ inch remaining by the side. I'll put the neckline of the front inside and I'll stitch ½ inch all the way down, and I'll repeat this at the other side of the neckline also. So I also added loop to the back. Now I'll be attaching the lower part of the back pattern. So I'm going to pick the neckline of my pattern, and I'm going to take the right part of this fabric this way, and remember that part that you notched, that's where you'll be placing it. Start from that point that you notched and you're going to pin it down. That is, the right side of the fabric is facing the right side of the yoke, and you're just going to go ahead to pin. After you're done pinning, you're going to get the lining part of the dress and you're going to place it on it. So the yoke will be in between the lining and the main fabric. So go ahead and place, and you're going to go ahead to also pin it again. You're going to pin it all the way around to secure it before you go ahead to stitch on the sewing machine. So you're going to go ahead to start sewing from the side you started pinning from, and that is from the zipper side to the upper part and to the side of the dress. So after you're done sewing, this is what you have, and I went ahead to also sew the other side of this dress. So after that, I'll just go ahead to pin up my zipper allowance. So remember we added 1.5 inches for zipper allowance. By the time you sew out ½ inch at the end, you'll be having 1 inch left. So I'll just mark that 1 inch and I will pin it up. So you want to go ahead and pin this because you want to shape out your dress, and that is the zipper allowance. So after I'm done pinning my dress, I'm just going to go ahead to insert my measurement. I'll place my tape, mark my under bust, which is shoulder to under bust 12, my shoulder to bust 9, and the lower part is my waist point. At the bust, I'm going to measure what I have at the bust side, and I'm going to divide it into 2, whatever I get, and I will mark. So what I have is 21.5, and my bust is 33 divided by 2. I have 16.5. So 21 minus 16.5, I have 4.5. So I'll be marking that 4.5. I'll divide it into 2. Whatever I have, I will mark it at both sides of my pattern. So going to the under bust, after measuring what I have 18 inches, and my under bust measurement is 28 divided by 2. I have 14. So 18 minus 14, I have 4 inches left. So I'll be sharing 2 inches at both sides. So I'll first of all mark 2 inches, place and mark 14. So I'll be having 2 inches at the other side. My waist is the same measurement as my under bust, and what I have here is 16 inches. So my under bust, my waist, sorry, is 28 divided by 2. I have 14. So taking out 14 inches from 16, you have 2 inches. So I'll be marking 1 inch on both sides. So I'll just go ahead and I will connect it, and also connect at the other side of my dress. I'll go over to the sewing machine and I'll be stitching this down. So we'll move over to the lower part of the pattern, and I'm going to label it and I will cut out. So this is the part going to the side, and the other one is the part going to the center. So I'll place my pattern paper just to make sure I'm in order. So this is the side going to the side for the back side of the pattern, and I'm just going to also label it. This is the part going towards the center, and the other part is side. So C means side, sorry, C means center, and S means side. So I'm just going to go ahead to slash this into 4 parts. So you can cut yours more than that if you want to, and I'll also go ahead to slash the one at the back of the dress. So I'll be using a slash and spread method for this dress. So I'll start with the one at the front part. I will slash it, and I drew about ½ inch at the lower part of this pattern. I'll just go ahead and pin this. After I'm done doing that, I'll just go ahead, measure about 3 inches after, and I'll place the next one on it. I'll go ahead and slash. So while I'm cutting this, I'm cutting out 2 at the same time for each side of the dress, and I'll just go ahead to also pin, measure out the same 3 inches, and I will place. So after I was done cutting out, I went ahead to also pin this down. Make sure that you have a starting line at the lower part so that it will help guide you when you're pinning this out. So after pinning this, I wanted to measure another 3 inches, but I didn't want mine to be too much. That is the gathers by the side. So I had to just join it at the side. So what I did was to cut this other one a bit, because I was confused about the shape to cut out here. So this helped me as a guide. So I had to pin this other side together, and I traced this out as one piece. Just like I said, I didn't want mine to be too much, the gathers I have at the side. So after pinning this, I'm going to go ahead to start with the pattern going to the side. So after that, I had to go ahead to cut this out, and I will also pin this part. So I didn't give much space between the back and the side. You can also measure 3 inches if you want to. Just like I said, I didn't want my gathers to be too much for me to wear. So I'll just go ahead to continue pinning, and I'll be marking 3 inches just like I did on the other side. So this 3 inches is not a standard. This is just what I'm working with. So after I was done measuring these 3 inches, I ended up not slashing the side for the back because I didn't want my gathers to be too much. So you can go ahead and slash yours, and I added ½ inch round on top, and also added ½ inch at the side. So I had to trace out my starting line. So after that, I went ahead to unpin my back pattern, the center part. This is the zipper line. So at the upper part, I added 1 inch at the zipper, sorry, 1.5 inch for the zipper. So I'll trace out 1/2 inch because at the upper part we have already turned up the zip, so I have 1 inch left. So after that, I just went ahead to sew 1 inch at the lower part of this, the skirt part, that is the lower part of the dress. Now I'll be shaping the front and the back part of the skirt together. But before doing that, I'll go ahead to pin out my zipper allowance. So if you notice on my own dress, I did not add belt to it. I don't want to add belt to my own gown, but you can just go ahead to add belt to your own dress. So after pinning it out, I'll place the front part of this skirt on it, and I'll be shaping out my waist. My waist circumference is 28, and I'll be placing, divided by 2 is 14. So I'll be marking 14 inches. That is 14 for the front, 14 for the back. That will give me 28 inches. So I'll just go ahead and mark my waist circumference at the top length of the skirt. So I added 1/2 inch for joining allowance also. So here is my pattern after I'm done joining it. I'm just going to unpin it, and this is what I have. So after I'm done shaping, this is what I have, and this is what I cut out for the side gathers. So you're going to fold it into 2, and I'm going to notch the center. So I'm just going to go ahead to gather this. It's either you run a gather stitch on it and then pin to your pattern, or you can just hand pleat it, just pleat it on your pattern starting from the center part. So I'm going to go ahead and pin the center to my skirt. That is the part that has the curve. So for me, I will be pinning this to my skirt. I'll be pinning the gather. So I pinned the lower part, and then I'll start pleating it. So I didn't pleat it immediately at the lower part. I just pinned it a little, and then I started pinning it gradually to the center part. So you can also gather this and just pin it down. So while sewing it on the machine, I was finding it difficult because this material I'm using is a bit stretchy, so I just went ahead to pleat mine. After pleating on one side of this dress, you're going to start at the other side. Let's say you started from the front side. After pleating that, this is what you're going to be having, and then I'll go ahead to pleat the other side of the skirt. So that is the right side facing the right side, and I'll just go ahead to start pleating this also. And I'm just going to do it gradually and make sure I follow the same pleating. So at the end, I'll just go ahead to pin it a little, just like I did, and make sure that where I stopped or started pleating at one side, that is where I will start at the other side. I don't know if I'm making sense, but if you have any question, please leave it at the comment section. So I'll just go ahead and pleat my skirt. So after I'm done pleating my skirt, or the gathered part of the skirt rather, I'm just going to be stitching it with 1/2 inch. So this is how it's supposed to be looking like after you're done pinning it, and I'll go ahead to stitch with 1/2 inch and repeat it at the other side of my skirt, just the same way I pleated this. I'll go ahead to pleat the other side, and I will join it with 1/2 inch. So after I'm done gathering it, this is what I have for my skirt, and this is how the inside looks like. And the next thing is to join this to the upper part of my dress. So just like I said, I did not add a belt to mine. I didn't want to add belt to the dress. So I'll go ahead and fold my dress and notch, and also fold the upper part of my dress, and I will notch it. So this is just to get the midpoint of the upper dress and the lower part of the dress. So I'll place the midpoint together, and I will pin it. I'll go ahead and stitch with 1/2 inch and attach my zipper. So after that, this is the final look of the dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and join me in my next video. Thanks.